a mom, a full-time employee, and now the only female fire chief in her community? I'm Lauren Hyatt with how she handles it all.
For the holidays this year, you might be turning to online shopping. Unfortunately, there are many scams that go along with that. I'm Tiara Medley telling you the most anticipated scams of this holiday season and what you need to look out for so you don't fall victim.
Going home to different family situations isn't always easy. I'm Kira Jacobs with how some can navigate that this holiday season.
Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Welcome to UT 10 News, I'm Caleb Gill.
And I'm Tiara Medley. We begin with some specific ways to make sure your holidays are happy. The holidays can be a hard time for everyone, but especially for some who may be traveling home to vocal family members with different views. UT 10's Kira Jacobs joins us now live from the newsroom. Kira, what do experts recommend?
Experts are saying there are both physical and emotional techniques that you can practice to keep up with your mental health and help cope with different situations at home. Now that many holiday celebrations are returning back to normal, some students may be seeing family they have not seen in a while and going home to difficult or toxic family situations. Kristen Bruce of the Zepf Center says this can have a negative impact on students.
Students have just gotten out of finals. They've been under a period of pretty extreme stress anyway. So then they're coming home to an environment that may be really busy, maybe to family dynamics that aren't very healthy, and maybe they don't have the supports around them, their activities, their friends, the self-care routines that they normally have had.
She also has some advice on how students can positively manage some of the negative interactions they may have with family. She breaks it down into both physical and emotional tips.
Sleep is fundamental to our health. It restores our body, it helps us consolidate memories, it helps us manage our emotions from day to day. And so without the adequate amount of sleep, we're really not kind of being our best selves anyway in order to go home and manage all of that stress.
An emotional tip she also has is setting healthy boundaries with family.
You want to go out and see some friends and maybe there's something else going on at the same time. Working on saying no in a respectful way, or if you have to say no, maybe you come up with a plan that you can see somebody at a different time. Doing that kind of allows us to plan our days a little bit more effectively and feel a little bit more in control, which contributes to positive mental health.
A 24/7 crisis care helpline is staffed with a mental health professional who can help talk students through some of these difficult situations. The phone number for that is 419-904-CARE. Back to you, Tiara.
Thanks, Kira. For more information on resources, visit our website, ut10news.com.
The holidays are here, and along with them come certain scams to look out for.
That's right, but never fear, because a cybercrime expert gave me the rundown on the most anticipated holiday scams and how to avoid them. You've seen the effect of supply chain shortages in some of your favorite stores, but wish lists still need to be checked off. That dilemma has many going from in-store shopping to online shopping. But be careful, because scammers are well aware of the switch, and they're going to pull out all the stops to get inside your wallet.
They target people who are looking for either holiday deals or, in the case of charity scams, they're looking to give more over the holidays, and so they're looking to take advantage of that and people, the goodness of people.
Over the holiday season, the scams you really need to look out for are fake charities, phishing sites and emails, and anyone asking you to pay with a gift card.
You always want to pay with your credit card because you can always dispute a charge and get your money back if something happens.
And when it comes to weeding out the fake charities?
Reputable charities, if they have a website, they're going to have their mission statement on there. They're going to have their leadership, a page of who's their leadership, and most of them will have their financials on there.
You can also check them out on Charity Navigator to make sure they're legitimate. For the holidays this year, you might be turning to online shopping, but they're looking to catch you when you're off your game. Bad grammar is a sure sign of phishing sites and phishing emails.
I think they do that to weed out the people who they're not going to engage with. If you're too smart and you delete it because it looks crazy, they don't want to deal with you anyway because you're too smart. But if you're in a rush and you don't notice and you click on it, those are the people they want.
Experts told us to look for things like HTTPS and the green padlock in the address. Those both signal that the site is secure. We have also posted a link to Charity Navigator on our website, ut10news.com. 'Tis the season to ship.
UT 10's Lauren High shows us what you need to know as you prepare to ship packages this holiday.
Last year's holiday season fell short of being the most wonderful time of the year because of mail delays felt throughout the country. I talked with Vern Brown, the HR manager of the Great Lakes District. He said UPS is doing everything it can to assure mail will be delivered on time this year because UPS is
Being proactive. In September, we launched across the country Brown Friday, virtual and on-site hiring events, which our projections was 100,000 seasonal employees. Here in the Toledo area, we look to hire about 1,500 employees, and for multiple positions.
He also says,
We adjust based off of our customers, and we ensure that we can deliver on time for those customers' needs based off our forecast. And any adjustments we definitely can make as we go through the Christmas season.
He also says he appreciates
our dedication of our people and all of our operations, especially here in the Toledo facility, that our people are ready to adjust to a changing environment.
Brown says UPS is gearing up for a hopefully smooth holiday season.
Here in Toledo and across the country, we are ready to go for our consumers.
Here are the holiday deadlines from the major shipping companies this year. For USPS retail ground service, it's December 15th. For domestic shipping, first class services deadline is December 17th. To send packages through FedEx's additional ground services, the deadline is also next Wednesday. UPS's 3-day selects deadline is December 21st.
Many are concerned about COVID as a new variant continues to make headlines, but one group in particular is especially worried the vaccines might not work for them. UT10's Daisy Caruso shows us how Toledo researchers are hoping to help the immunocompromised.
To me, this actually gets very close to me, because I'm a patient myself with an immunocompromised status. I felt very anxious every time I hear about this virus. And so the most important thing is we're helping people learn about their immune response, of the strength of the protection that they get from vaccination.
Becky Schell, a kidney transplant recipient, is glad research like this is getting done.
I like details, so being able to answer any kind of question that I may have, whether it's about the COVID vaccine or about how my body is responding to the transplant, I find that the research is beneficial either way.
Not only will the study analyze antibodies, it will also analyze white blood cells.
We're going to do the harder work of evaluating whether vaccinated patients make responses against the virus through their white blood cells and not just through their antibodies.
According to Dr. Reese, only about half of immunocompromised people who get vaccines show any immune response to it. And although booster shots can help, of people who got booster shots, only about 1/3 of them show a response to that.
In Toledo, I'm Daisy Caruso, UT10 News.
It's a 2-year study with a $700,000 price tag, funded by an anonymous donor. Turning now to news out of Fulton County, they have a new fire chief who is unlike most of the others.
UT10's Lauren Height joins us now live to explain. Lauren?
Caleb, I talked with Jessica Gear, the only female fire chief in Fulton County.
Jessica Gear may look like your typical mom, but she is one of the first to jump into action. Beginning this fall, Jessica Gear became the only female fire chief in Fulton County out of 7 fire departments, including volunteer and career fire departments.
Jessica says the Metamora-Amboy Township Fire Department is like her second home.
I've been on the fire department for 17 years in EMS. I joined as an EMT. I was an EMT for probably 15 years before I even thought about doing the fire side of things.
On top of working full-time and now being Metamora's fire chief, she still somehow finds time to attend her son's football games and help with her daughter's passion for photography. Chief Gear also says her community means a lot to her.
Metamora specifically is family. Everyone here knows pretty much everything about everybody else. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to raise a family. My kids were born and raised here, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Chief Gear has been a part of the fire department for 17 years and a resident of Metamora since she was 3, but she never thought she would be chief.
Absolutely not. That would not have been my dream ever. I didn't even think I would be an officer, to be quite honest. I joined the fire department just to help my community and to be a part of it all.
She also said being involved with the fire department has always been in her husband Brent's life, and she was eager to jump in it as well.
It's something my husband has grown up in. His dad was a firefighter. His grandparents were involved with the fire department. So it's kind of just been something that is in his nature, and when I married him, it was something I wanted to be a part of.
Starting January 1st, the Metamora-Amboy Volunteer Fire Department will be going full-time with the EMS team and a potential for 3 to 5 other full-time employees.
Thanks, Lauren.
Now it's time to send it over to Zeke with sports.
I'm Zeke Fravor, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. As the college football season winds down, scouts are now focusing on the premier players in the country. Toledo native Tyson Anderson has certainly put himself in a position to make his dreams become a reality. UT10's Jamon McKinney was able to explore the reasons why NFL scouts could be interested in Anderson leading up to the 2022 NFL Draft.
University of Toledo defensive back Tyson Anderson was recently invited to attend the 2022 Senior Bowl. This is not only a culmination of Tyson's great deal of hard work, but it is also a great opportunity for him to showcase his overall skill set in front of NFL scouts. The only question that now remains is, what potentially separates Tyson from the rest of the pack?
I think I'm a very versatile DB, and that just says a lot. If you watch the tape, I can play in the box, I can play middle of the field safety, I can play the slot nickel, I believe I can play corner.
Since the day he first stepped on campus, it was very clear that Tyson's raw talent and great leadership qualities were definitely something to behold.
I kind of got to this position just by truly just being who I am. My parents, they did a great job raising me and kind of putting these leadership skills in me.
If you have those characteristics, you have a chance to be successful after college in whatever you do.
While it remains to be seen which NFL team Tyson will land with, he is very excited for the journey ahead and to potentially give back to the Toledo community.
I would have never known I'd be in the position I am today. Just coming out of high school, I knew I had ability, but who would have known that the hard work would have turned into this? When I get to where I'm trying to go, I'm for sure trying to help give back, help my family, help my community.
In Toledo, I'm Jamon McKinney, UT10 Sports.
Tyson will finish his Rockets career in the Bahamas Bowl versus Middle Tennessee State on December 17th. He will then begin prepping for the Senior Bowl, which is played February 5th, 2022. The Huntington Center is rocking right now with the Walleye leading the Central Division. If you get to a game, you may hear a familiar voice coming through the speakers. Bob Vergils worked from 1991 to 2007 for the Toledo Storm. He worked the first 4 seasons as the Walleye announcer and also worked 15 seasons as the Detroit Tigers PA announcer. Vergils stepped down in 2018 to help take care of his mother in Florida. He moved back to Southeast Michigan in 2020 and got back behind the microphone announcing games for the University of Toledo soccer, baseball, softball, and basketball teams. Now, he's back at the Huntington Center announcing goals, assists, penalties, and other information through the speakers to the crowd.
The fans are really into it, and the Huntington Center is absolutely the perfect place to play hockey.
Vergils has always had a few signature phrases, including his long, drawn-out introduction of the team. But there is one that is legendary in Toledo hockey lore, the free chili.
And you know what that means, fans, because if the Walleyes score on this power play, you're all going home with a free Wendy's chili.
Vergils uses the free chili line whenever the Walleye get a power play.
When the Walleye came into being, Wendy's bought on immediately. And going way back, it's what now, 12 years, 13 years for Walleye hockey?
The next Walleye home game is outdoors in the elements on Sunday, December 26th at Fifth Third Field for Winterfest.
Thanks, Zeke.
That's it for UT10 News this semester.
Next semester's crew will be live on YouTube Thursday, February 17th, and with replays on WGTE the next evening.
From all of us at UT10, happy holidays.
And thank you so much for watching.
Okay.